Hello, everyone. I'm Fizz, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is my second channel, which is more about the games that I make. I'm a game developer, for those of you who don't know, and yeah, I just wanted to spin off a new channel to talk about games that I make. And this is a particular game that I have made recently, and it is called Project PalArena. This is a web game. It's you can play it in your browser or on your phone or on your tablet. I'm just playing full screen here so that it looks better. But for those of you who don't know what I guess about Palworld or the Palworld TCG, this game is based off of the new Palworld TCG or OCG. I'm going to call it TCG because I like that better. So yeah, the trading card game basically that Palworld put out that has been sweeping the world by storm, to say the least. Uh, Bushy Road, the creator of the game, and Pocket Pair, who created Palworld, the actual video game, I guess they underestimated how good this game would do, and they didn't print enough, uh, boxes of the product. And yeah, it's just really hard to get anywhere. I'm not going to discuss all that, scalpers and all that stuff and extremely high prices, blah blah blah. Fuzz and I managed to get Fuzz is my son, for those of you who don't know. We managed to get uh, some product from a local game store of ours who's like prioritizing the fans, which was really great. So yeah. Anyway, the reason why I made this was because I wanted to have something that Fuzz and I could play that is very similar to the old Pokemon TCG Online game that used to be out that was sunset a while ago in favor of the new one, which is Pokemon TCG Live, which in my opinion doesn't have the same charm as the old game. They removed a lot of features that made the old game fun. Now I haven't played Live in a long time. Maybe it's changed, but yeah, I wanted to make some like a kind of spiritual successor to that, but for Palworld. So I'm going to take you through what I built here. I've already shared it out in a couple of places. I would love to see some people play it, and I'm not monetizing it or making any money off of it. I have a disclaimer on the front of the app that tells you all of that stuff, and I'm not interested in interfering with Bushy Road or Palworld or Pocket Pair or anything. So yeah, just completely fan made, just for fun, all that stuff. So yeah, what you can basically do in this is you can play. Um, so when you first start an account, you get one of two trial decks. Now the trial decks, for those of you who don't know, are like the learning decks, and you can see I have one here. It's the red blue deck, and if I go in here, you can see all the cards here in the deck, right? I can view them, see what they do, all that stuff. I can even edit this deck and swap out some cards if I want, but I'm not going to do that. Um, so you get that deck at the beginning, and then you get three packs. Um, when you open the packs, then you get new cards that you can use to add to your collection. So it's not like um, the other simulators out there for Palworld and other TCGs where you just, it's like a sandbox type thing where you can just make decks out of any card that's available. This is like I said, it's like the TCG online game where you have to earn the packs by playing and progressing and stuff. Now, having said that, there is a sandbox mode. I did make a sandbox mode where you can create your own decks. So like I grabbed this deck from palworldtcg.gg, which is a site, one of the community sites that also has a simulator. So you can literally import that deck in here. So this is that deck. You can see over here. So yeah, you can import it, and you can use it to play in sandbox matches against bots, or you can also use it when you play in a friendly match. You can include your sandbox deck, and if both of you agree, then you can both use your sandbox deck, which is cool. But the main draw about this that I really like is um, there's a ranked ladder, right? Just like TCG Online, Pokemon TCG Online. You can progress through the ladder, which it runs There's a new season every 2 weeks, and at the end of the ladder, you can get a chase card, right? Like this Yormantide Ignis card, which is really cool. Along the way, you can get packs to open. You can get coins, which you can use to buy packs. Um, you can get individual cards, for example, like this Suzaku. You can get yeah, and then you choose a deck down here, either the trial deck or one of your made decks, and then you play against people. So Right now, I mean, obviously, there's no one really playing, but if you can't find an opponent, it will right now match you up with the bot. I'll probably change that if this does end up getting popular and there's enough people playing it. But for now, you will play against a bot, and the bots are actually pretty good, to be honest. So, it's a pretty good challenge. You can see I've only played mostly bots. I'm 12-5. I played a couple of games against Fuzz, but mostly bots. So, yeah, so that's that. That's the ranked ladder. You can play against a friend. Same thing. You create the game, give them the code. I already showed you that. You can you can buy packs here. I'll just buy a pack. I have 585 points, so I'm gonna buy a pack. And then you're gonna go to open packs, and then you can open the pack. So you can see the cards on the right here that you're getting. Nothing new yet. Okay, there's a new one. Reptyro, that's cool. It's an SR, a super rare. And then the last card I got was a rare. So when you press continue, you can see all the cards, and then you can dive into them and check out what they do. So now all these cards have been added to my collection, and I can use them to build decks and play against other people with that deck. So yeah, the other thing that we can do here is, which I think is really fun, and this is one of the things that they removed uh, from Pokemon TCG Live, at least since I played last, and that's the trade feature. So there's no trades up right now, of course, but you can create a trade. You can add what you want if you want to trade packs, if you have tradable packs, or if you want to trade cards, you can do that. You can also ask for packs in return. And then you list the trade, and then you can list it for a certain amount of time. It costs coins, which you do get back after. It's just a deposit to make sure that nobody's spamming the trade channel thingy. You can only trade cards and packs that you get from the store. You can't trade cards or packs that you get from like free rewards and that kind of stuff. And that's just to prevent people from starting new guest accounts and trading with themselves and whatever. So yeah, that's that. And then you can see, in my listings, I was just testing it out, and I did do a trade with Fuzz. I gave him 3 cards that he wanted for his deck, and he just gave me a random useless card, which I will, he told me that he would give me 3 better cards later. So, once I decide what I want to do, then I'll grab some cards from him. But yeah, he wanted this card mainly, and a couple of these guys. This Pen King feeds the Pangolets. So all your main Pangolets get plus 700 attack if Pen King is around. So yeah, and then so these guys get stronger, which is really cool. So and you can go back, and then the last thing here is I already showed this to you. Like, you can make a new deck, right, in the manage decks thing. You can save the deck out and bring it somewhere else, to another app or whatever. And then the last thing is the collection. So this is my collection here. You can see everything is tracked, and you can see all the cards I'm missing. I can sort by type, right? I pulled this. I was really happy about that. um, yeah, so that's the app. So I'm gonna just play a ranked match here. I'm probably gonna get a bot, but I would be very impressed if I got someone who's not a bot. But I highly doubt that that's gonna happen. So we got to wait out the 20-second timer here. Yeah, and I really hope that people play this, because it would be cool to see people learn the game. I probably will add a tutorial at some point, so that if you want to learn, you can learn from here. But yeah, really hoping that people do catch on to this and like the idea of playing it this way rather than the simulators where you just have free reign of whatever deck you want. Okay, so I'm gonna go second here. Just why not? Because when you go second, you get 1 additional soul card at the beginning. So the way this game works, I can actually kind of show you how to play while I'm playing it. So I've got my introductory hand here. I start with 10 souls, and you use souls to play the cards. These are the soul amounts at the top here. So on my first turn, I would be able to play this Pengulet. And this hand looks pretty good, so I'm going to keep this hand. And now I'm just waiting for the bot. Okay, so the match has started. The bot is attacking me. So yeah, they played this Kativa, which they cannot be attacked by pals that are 3 souls or less. So you can see they use 2 of their souls to play this 2-soul Kativa, and then they commence their attack phase. So I can block if I have a blocker on the field. I don't, so I'm just gonna say no, and then but I can also interrupt because I have an interrupt card. So interrupt cards you can play from your hand, and they interrupt an attack, but you have to rest a soul card, or you have to discard a card from your hand. I'm not going to do that because there's only attacking for 1, so I'll just let them attack. Now what can happen is you can when you do get attacked, you have to mill cards from your deck. So whatever the attack amount is, so the strike amount is 1. I had to mill 1 card. Now if you mill a lucky card like this Suzaku here, then that blocks the attack. You can have up to 8 of these lucky pals. Now lucky pals are strong, so it's a trade off. If you have to mill 1 to block an attack, then you obviously don't get to use it from in your deck anymore unless you're able to bring it back. Okay, so now it's my turn. I have 3 souls now. Every turn you draw 2 souls. So what can I do? I can play this Kelpsy Ignis here. So I'm going to play that, and now I can either attack the Kativa, or I can attack their life. Now, the way you win the game is you bring their opponent's life down to 0 or less. Now, I cannot attack the Kativa because it cannot be attacked by 3 soul or less pals, so I have to attack the base. So I'm going to attack, and I'm going to attack the base here. And they got a lucky pal too, so no damage done. And then my pal rests at the end. So there's no summoning sickness in this game. So with other games, when you like Hearthstone, for example, if you draw a card, that card can't be used on that turn. But in this game, you can attack as soon as you draw. But after you draw, the card is rested, and it can't be used to block on the next turn. So you can choose to keep pals standing, which you can use to block. I'll show you that after. So now I have nothing left that I can do, so I'm just going to end my turn. And now my opponent's going to go. And okay, so now they're attacking me. They played Celeray. And now the Celeray does 1, so I'm not going to do that. So now I didn't get a lucky pal. So this attack's going to go through. So now you can see my life is down, right? Now they're going to attack me with the Kativa. And again, I'm not going to block it. There we go. So I got another lucky pal. Oh, the Grisbolt. The Grisbolt is a good card. This Fuzz's favorite pal. Okay, so now it's my turn again. Now I have 5. So what can I do? I can put out these structure cards. So a structure card is a card that you can put onto your base, and you can assign pals to it. Sometimes you don't have to assign pals to it. Sometimes it's like on deploy. So like this one is on deploy. You can choose up to 1 pal, and it gets 1,000 extra power. I'm not going to do that because I don't have any reason to. I can also put out this Stone Pit, which if I assign a pal, I get 3 material, and then I draw a card. So that's not terrible. I'm going to play this Pengulet first. So that's 3 souls. And then I still can't knock out this Kativa, but I can knock out this guy here. So I'm gonna do that with the Kelpsy. Now I'm not the best at this game. Like I've played a bunch, but obviously I'm not like other people. So I could be making misplays all over the place. But like I just mainly wanted to show you the app and kind of take you through it. Okay, now I can do this Stone Pit here, and that would give me 3 material, which I don't have any material. Material is useful for doing other things in the game, so you have to have material to do specific things. I think I'm just going to. I'm not going to. You know what? I'll just play it just to have it out there, but I'm not going to assign anyone to it. I'm just going to go for the attack because I don't want to fall behind here. Okay, so damage check. There was no luckies, so I'm going to go through with this attack. And then I rest my dude, and then I can't do anything anymore, so I'm going to hand it off to them. Now, the other thing you can do is if you have extra souls that you haven't played, you can rest 3 souls and draw a card. Okay, so now what they did was they got a Pal Sphere, which lets them draw 3 cards. And now they're attacking me with the Kativa again. I'm again not going to interrupt. Okay, that attack is going to go through, and then they're going to probably attack me with the Lamb Ball. I'm again going to let it go through. I'm going to save my interrupts for like attacks that are like 2, 3, 4 kind of thing. Okay, now it's my turn again. So now I have 7 souls. So now this is where it gets interesting. So I can put out this Suzaku. Now the cool thing about this card is that after your turn is over, it has vigilance, so it stands again. So you can block with it it basically never rests unless something forces it to rest, right? So that was all my souls. So this guy is a heavy attacker. He does 3 strike. So now I can finally get rid of this Kativa, which I'm going to do. I'm going to knock this one out. Okay, so it's gone. And now this is going to rest, but at the end of the turn, it's going to stand up again. So now I can also get rid of this land ball, which I think I'm also going to do. And then I'm going to attack with the Kelpsy. Okay, it's gone. And now we're going to attack with this guy. Okay, they got a Chickapee. No big deal. All right. So that's all I can do. So I'm going to end my turn. I guess this ended up turning into more of a tutorial, but I hope this kind of shows you guys, how playable this is. And I tried to make it as polished as possible, considering it's just me. But okay, so now they're attacking me with Celeray. So Celeray, let's see, it has 1 strike. So again, not really worth blocking. Well, actually, no. So here's the thing: it is worth blocking because my Suzaku has 1200, and I actually didn't even show you this yet. What happens if you block? So I have 1200 power, which is also my health. So what happens is, and I'm running out of time, so I'm just gonna play through this. I'm gonna block. Now, when I block, the Celeray has to attack my Suzaku, and I'm not gonna interrupt. But they trade damage, so it does 400 damage to me, and I do 1200 damage to it. But that's also my health. So you can see that my thing went from 1200 to 800. Now they're attacking me again with with another Kativa. So I knocked out their guy, but my guy only went down to 800. And at the end of the turn, all of your damage gets reset. So it's not like Pokemon where you have to like keep track of all the damage and it persists. It's a lot easier, which is another thing that I really like about this game. Is it's just a lot easier to learn and pick up. So yeah, okay. So now it's my turn again. It's 8-6 for them. I have 9 souls, and you have 10 souls max. So once you get all 10 souls, then you don't get any more souls. So I can play this Elphadran for 6, or I can play this Mossandra for 6. Now the Mossandra consumes 2 materials and it gets 500 attack, which is not really useful right now. This guy, when I deploy it, I can draw 2 cards and choose a card from my hand and put it on top of my deck. So I'm going to play that. Now, did I get a Lucky Pal? I did not. If I did have a Lucky Pal in my hand, I could choose to put that card on the top of my deck, and the next time I get attacked, I know that the Lucky is going to be there, but that didn't happen this time. So I'm just going to get rid of probably this thing. Okay. Now, they still only have a 200 Kativa, so I can take that out with my Pangolin, which I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to straight attack it for the rest of it. Okay. Oh, right. I cannot do that. I have to attack it with this guy, which I don't want to do actually. Maybe I'll just leave it alone. Yeah, I'll just leave the Kativa there. Now I can also attack their structure. This structure is not worth attacking because it's an on deploy and you draw 1 card. So this structure is useless now. But there are structures that do other things that you might want to get rid of. There's also gears. Gears are like guns and that kind of thing that you can use to like buff your pals or attack other pals, that kind of thing. I haven't gotten any gears yet this round. Okay, so now I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack with my lower attackers first, because the higher the strike, the more likely you're going to run into a lucky. So yeah, that's the risk. So I'm going to try and get rid of some luckies if I can before I do the big attack. So far, no luckies. Okay, now I'm going to do the 2 strike. Okay, no luckies. So now they're down to 4. Now, if this Suzaku hits, I'll be down to 1. And I'll probably win on the next turn if they don't get lucky. Nope. No luckies. Okay. So that's it. I think this game is over. So I still have 3. I do have an interrupt. Maybe I'll just do that. So I won't rest 3 and draw 1. I'll just end my turn. Now my opponent's going to attack me, and I'm going to interrupt them. Okay, they just did Antique Dresser. They're playing a bunch of stuff. Okay, so here comes an attack from Chillet. It's going to do 900. My Suzaku can block it, so I'm going to block it with Suzaku. Okay, now I'm not going to interrupt this one. I'm going to interrupt the next one. Okay, so I knocked it out and I took 900 damage, so I have 300. So even if this Kativa attacks me, it won't be able to kill my Suzaku. So okay, now I'm going to interrupt. So again, if I interrupt, I either rest a soul card and discard this card, or if I don't have a soul card, then I can discard this card and another card. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I just nullified their attack, and now it's my turn. And this is probably where I can end it. So I'm gonna just play the Arsox, and I'm gonna play. Oh, I can't now. So my bench is full. Or my base is full, so I can't deploy any more pals. So I'm just gonna attack and probably end up winning here. Okay, there it is. I won. Boom. Okay, so now the game is done, and I get my ladder rewards. So I got 10 ladder points. I have 130 now. I got 25 coins for the ranked win, and I got 25 coins for this being my 6th win of the day. So if I win one more today, then I'll get a pack. And if I hit 145 points, which I'm 15 away from, then I will get another pack. But we're not going to do that in this video here. But yeah, that's basically the game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments if you like it. The link is going to be in the description if you want to play it. And that's about it for now. So I'll probably, if this is something that people like, of course I will add the new sets as they come out and stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically it. So thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like if you liked it, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.